Welcome to This Explainer. Look, every single day, thousands of internet gurus are basically shouting from the rooftops about how you can get rich quick using artificial intelligence. It is incredibly noisy out there, right? And honestly, it can be super hard to figure out what's real and what's just a complete waste of your time. Well, let's dive right into this, because today we're going to cut straight through all that noise. We're looking at a masterclass breakdown of the only real, proven ways to make money with AI, and we're sourcing this directly from the playbook of a serial entrepreneur who literally launches new, highly profitable AI companies every single month.
Let's be real for a second. As our source material bluntly points out, 99% of the people pushing AI side hustles online are, frankly, full of it. Most of these self-proclaimed experts haven't made a single dollar actually running an AI business themselves. They're just selling you the idea of a business rather than a proven model. So we're going to completely strip away the hype today and evaluate these ideas based on cold, hard reality, not fantasy.
So how do we actually filter out the garbage? We use a strict objective system. We're going to rank 14 different AI business ideas using this three-pillar evaluation framework. First up, profitability. Like, are people actually going to pay for this, and will it make you real money? Second, competition. Just how crowded is the market right now? And third, this is a big one, longevity. Because AI is moving at absolute lightning speed, we really have to ask, is this idea going to fall off a cliff next month, or will it be relevant long enough to build real, lasting wealth?
Section 1. The Overhyped Traps, the F and B tiers.
All right, let's start at the absolute bottom with two massive offenders in the F tier. First up, faceless AI YouTube channels. The truth here, the YouTube algorithm is actively burying AI-generated slop right now. There's zero brand loyalty, and these channels get demonetized within weeks. It literally has zero longevity. Then we have AI trading bots. Look, here's the open secret. Nobody with a highly profitable trading bot is going to turn around and sell it to you for 97 bucks. No way. They're essentially just selling you a course, pushing hopes and dreams, and frankly, dabbling in some pretty risky SEC territory. Seriously, run away from these F-tier traps. Moving slightly up the ladder to the B tier, we find businesses like AI content repurposing, virtual assistants, AI copywriting, and AI logo design. Now, you can actually make decent money with these right now, but they share one fatal flaw: a total lack of longevity. The AI models themselves are catching up so incredibly fast that very soon these platforms are just going to do all of this natively, right out of the box. Your window of opportunity to build a truly defensible business here is incredibly small.
Section 2. Solid performers, a tier businesses.
Okay, now we're getting into the good stuff. The standouts in the A tier are businesses that solve immediate, really painful problems. Think about AI voice and chat agents. You're basically building an AI receptionist that never sleeps, never gets sick, and handles all the calls and bookings for local businesses. We're talking plumbers, HVAC companies, dental clinics. When you use AI to directly replace super expensive human labor costs for a business, charging them a $1,000 monthly retainer suddenly feels like a massive bargain for them. Also hanging out in this tier are AI venture studios, which are essentially factories that test and build profitable AI companies on repeat.
Actually, hold on, I gotta pause here for a second because this next concept is absolutely wild to me. AI to AI marketplaces. Did you know there's already a site called rentahuman.ai where AI agents actively hire human beings? They've had over 200,000 jobs posted. Massive payment processors like Stripe are already building protocols to allow AI to just buy directly from other AI. Building the Airbnb of AI agents, a highly defensible marketplace to facilitate those specific transactions, is just an incredibly fascinating and future-proof A-tier idea.
Section 3. Elite contenders, the S tier.
First up in the heavyweight S tier is AI lead generation. Look, most entrepreneurs are already totally overwhelmed just trying to deliver for their current customers, right? What they desperately need is more leads. By using AI platforms to completely automate research, scrape data, and find highly qualified prospects, you are essentially handing them warm leads and new revenue on a silver platter. It's such an easy yes for clients, which makes the profitability here exceptionally high.
Another incredibly powerful S-tier business is AI consulting. Imagine getting paid, say, $5,000 just to audit a company's operations and point out exactly where AI can save them time and reduce waste. But here's the kicker. That initial audit can easily snowball into a massive $50,000 implementation project. Companies know they need to adapt to AI. They literally just have no idea where to even start. If you have any sort of domain expertise, this is an incredible, highly lucrative path.
Also sitting firmly in the S tier is managed AI cybersecurity. Hackers are getting ridiculously smart, using AI to spoof voices and launch incredibly sophisticated phishing attacks. And one single breach can easily cost the company millions. Because managing these specific AI threats is so highly technical, it almost completely wipes out your competition. You're effectively selling a high-ticket insurance policy which unlocks some incredibly lucrative enterprise-level contracts.
Section 4. The ultimate pick. The S of the S tier.
And the absolute top pick on the board is AI agent development. This goes way, way beyond setting up a simple chatbot. This is where you get paid to create complex, repeatable workflows. Think sales bots, document processors, operational agents that act as full-blown digital employees for a business. To truly wrap your head around why this is the top pick, consider the difference here. A basic virtual assistant is really just selling their time and completing singular tasks. But with AI agent development, you're selling an entire scalable digital team. You might build a chief of staff agent that directly manages several other specialized virtual agents underneath it. You are directly attacking a business's absolute largest expense, human labor, and allowing them to scale up without adding headcount. If you have the technical know-how, the profitability and longevity here are simply unmatched.
Section 5. The execution blueprint. 5 steps to launch.
Okay, so how do we actually do this? The blueprint follows 5 distinct steps: validate, pre-sell, launch manually, partner, and finally productize. Now, do you notice anything surprising there? The complex coding and the actual building of the tech doesn't even happen until the very final step. Let's break down exactly why this counterintuitive approach works so well. Step 1 is validate. You pick a highly specific niche, let's say an AI chief of staff, and you build a super simple landing page. Then you use this incredibly clever tactic. You text your network, but you do not pitch them. Instead, you ask, hey, who do you know that's looking for an AI chief of staff to save them 10 hours a week? By asking for referrals instead of going for a direct sale, you totally lower their guard. And very often, they'll actually reply saying, wait, hold on, I actually need that.
Step 2 is pre-sell. It's a painful truth in the business world. People will tell you your idea is absolutely amazing all day long. But real validation only comes when they actually swipe their credit cards. So you take the folks who showed interest in step 1, tell them you're opening up an early adopter program, and you literally send them a payment link. You absolutely have to validate that this is a painkiller problem they are willing to pay for right now, not just a vitamin that they think sounds kind of neat.
Step 3 brings us to a really counterintuitive truth. Launch manually. Please do not go hide in a cave for 6 months trying to build deep AI agentic tech yet. Instead, take on those early paying clients and deliver the results using a manual concierge approach. Just piece together and customize existing tools manually to prove the transaction actually works and to guarantee you can deliver the value you promised.
Step 4 is basically your distribution cheat code, partnering. Instead of spending months or even years trying to build an audience from complete scratch, go find the people who already have the ear of your target market. Give them unique tracking links and offer them a nice cut of the profits to promote your AI service. You're essentially just renting other people's established trust and distribution networks to rapidly scale your own customer base.
And finally, we arrive at step 5, productize. Only now, once you have consistent transactions coming in, you've automated those manual workflows, and you have partners actively sending you leads, do you take the income you've already generated and reinvest it into building the final fully automated tech product. You're literally letting your customers fund the development of your software. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a powerful piece of advice straight from our source material. The AI landscape can feel completely overwhelming right now, but I promise you, you are not behind. You might have just been following the wrong map. Success here isn't reserved for the people who manage to start first. It absolutely belongs to the people who pick a proven playbook, keep putting one foot in front of the other, and simply refuse to quit. So we've covered the entire map. Everything from the F-tier traps you need to avoid, right up to the S-tier heavyweights. Plus, the exact 5-step blueprint to make it a reality. The path is right there in front of you. So I have to ask, out of all these ideas we talked about today, which AI business are you going to build? Pick a path, take some action today, and definitely let us know your choice in the comments below.